Join me in this video as I show you around this bespoke 23.56 metre long range Liveboard steel explorer yacht built by the world renowned Dutch shipyard Van der Valk. This round bilge full displacement CE category A explorer was launched in 2023 according to a detailed specification set out by her experienced owner-operator. The vessel's sturdy exterior profile, drawn by Guido de Groot, was inspired by the straightforward yet stunning lines of Van der Valk's previous success stories, such as Dutch Falcon, Seawolf, and Venera. Before we start the tour, please don't forget to give this video a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We board the boat via the passerelle, which is located on the port side of the vessel. As we enter the cockpit, you'll immediately notice the fantastic layout here. It's perfectly set up for entertaining and socialising with friends and family. Both the port and starboard side decks have doors which can be shut, which help to prevent guests from being buffeted by the wind. The doors from the cockpit into the saloon can be opened up to seamlessly integrate the exterior space with the plush interior space, which of course we'll check out in a minute. There's also a gate on the starboard side of the transom which leads down onto the swim platform. Again, we'll check out that area later on in the video. But first, let's have a look around the upper deck, heading from the stern to the bow along the starboard side deck. You immediately notice this door, which can be used by the crew to gain access to their living quarters. It also enables access to the engine room, and of course I'll show you that area a little bit later on in the video, so make sure you stick around. The side deck offers ample room for easy movement around the upper deck. The combination of tall bulwarks and a sturdy handrail provides a reassuring sense of security, especially when navigating through turbulent seas. This design ensures a feeling of safety as you move around the upper deck. As we enter the spacious bow area, we're greeted by a great space where the owner and their guests can sit back and enjoy the view. Due to the weather at the time of filming this video, for obvious reasons, the seating was covered up. The deck gear is neatly arranged on the foredeck, and I like the fact that the bollards and windlasses are all slightly raised from the deck, making it easier for the crew to tie the vessel up and deploy and recover the anchor. As we look aft from the bow, we get a good perspective of the rugged exterior of this capable explorer yacht. As I'm sure many of you have already noticed, there's plenty of space up here to stow away any gear that's used in this area of the boat. Here we have a weatherproof cupboard that is used to stow away various bits of gear. Even the fittings on these cupboard doors are an extremely high standard. But now let's head back down towards the cockpit, this time via the port side deck. As we bimble back towards the stern, protected by the high bulwarks, you'll notice an access gate. And check out the size of the scuppers. If you are motoring through some heavy seas and you happen to take some big waves over the bow, then you can be rest assured that any excess water is going to quickly vanish over the side. And note just how big the windows are for the saloon. As you'll see in a minute, those windows allow the guests and the owner to enjoy some fantastic views. Talking of fantastic views, if you are thinking about planning your own voyage, then be sure to check out this book. I'll leave a link along with a discount code in the video description. As we enter the saloon via the doors from the cockpit, I'm sure one of the first things you'll notice is the incredibly comfortable seating area located on the port side. I really love the use of the indirect lighting in here as well. It creates a relaxing and soothing atmosphere. Over on the starboard aft section of the saloon is the door that leads down into the crew area, where you can also access the engine room. Remember, you can also access this stairwell from the exterior as well. The well-appointed galley serves as the central gathering point on this boat, with the rest of the interior thoughtfully arranged around it. Reflecting a country kitchen style, it's a favoured spot for the owners to enjoy cooking with their family. This area blends smoothly into the open plan lounge and dining spaces, creating a cohesive and inviting atmosphere. But what do you think of this area? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Join me now as I take you down into the accommodation area. The boat has a total of 4 cabins, including the full beam owner's cabin, 2 twin cabins and 1 VIP cabin. There are also 2 cabins for the 2 crew on board, and we will check that area out later on in the video. The full beam master cabin is stunning. The bedroom is over to starboard with the bathroom to port. There is a sliding door which is currently open that can be closed as and when necessary. I love the large vertical portholes allowing lots of natural light, and I also like the way that the TV is recessed into the bulkhead. Again, the use of indirect LED lighting throughout the boat and of course in the accommodation areas is spot on. Here we have a large sink big enough to be used simultaneously by 2 people. Behind this door we have a large shower with a rainhead fitting and a detachable unit as well. Also, if you happen to be using the shower when it's rough, then thankfully there's a seating area so you won't have to worry about sliding around. I'm not really an interior design type of person, but even me with my untrained eye can appreciate the fantastic layout and the use of different colours in this master cabin. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, please don't forget to give the video a like, as it will mean that more people will see it. Next we arrive at the first of 2 twin single cabins. This cabin also has a Pullman berth, so can comfortably accommodate 3 people. The clever way this cabin has been designed means that, as is the case in the other cabins, each guest has their own cupboard area, so there is plenty of space to stow all of your gear. The fact that the ensuite to this guest cabin also has a door that can be accessed via the main corridor means that you can use this as a dayhead as well if you want to. Now you might think that because this is a guest cabin and being a twin single that the level of detail won't be as meticulous as it is in the master cabin, but on this boat the guests are treated to the same level of high quality finish as the master and VIP cabins. In this ensuite we have a nice spacious shower, again with a seat so you can still have a dobie when the weather gets a bit rough. Now let's head over to this second twin single guest cabin before checking out the VIP cabin located in the bow. As I show you around the second twin cabin and before we have a look inside the VIP cabin forward, it's worth talking about some of the specifications of this boat. She has a draft of 1.6 metres with a displacement of 99 tonnes. The hull is made of grade A steel and the superstructure is aluminium. She has a holding tank capacity of 1,000 litres. I know you're probably keen to hear more about the engine specs of this boat, and we'll talk about those in more detail when we head down to the engine room. As you can see, there is great use of dry storage space throughout the boat. And behind this bespoke cabinetry that is seamlessly integrated into the bulkhead, you get quick and easy access to some of the boat's essential electrical systems. I must admit that I'm a massive fan of Van der Valk's work, and I'm hoping that in the not too distant future that I might be able to get on board more of their vessels. If you're familiar with their fleet, then let me know in the comments which boat you'd like me to feature on my channel, and hopefully we can arrange something with the yard. I know that lots of you, my subscribers, are also big fans of their work. And now for the final part of the accommodation tour, let's have a look at the VIP cabin, starting with the spacious ensuite. As you can see, we've got plenty of space again in this ensuite, and the portholes ensure that natural light also comes into the area. In the stylish VIP cabin that is again finished to an incredibly high standard, we have lots of storage space and there's another TV recessed into the bulkhead. I like the fact there's enough space in here that you can walk on either side of the bed, and also you get big windows in this forward VIP cabin as well, so you get to enjoy the seascape. As you can see, there's also plenty of headroom in here as well. But now let's head to the wheelhouse before checking out the crew accommodation area and of course the engine room. I really like the setup in the wheelhouse, and those 4 LCD screens enable the captain to get a great idea of what is going on around them, but also how the boat is operating. I would have loved to have spent a bit more time in the wheelhouse, but being a boat show, time isn't on my side. So let's head down into the engine room and I'll show you the crew accommodation as well. Internal access to the crew area as well as the engine room is via this internal door. You remember earlier on in the yacht tour, I showed you the exterior door that leads into this staircase. As I headed down into the crew area, I bumped into a member of the crew who, for obvious reasons, doesn't want to appear on camera. So I've edited that bit out. As you can see, there is a decent amount of space down here for 2 members of crew. I won't go into their individual cabins because that's their own personal living space that is currently being used. I must admit, I'm not sure how I would feel if a YouTuber with a GoPro camera started poking around in my room. So I'm sure you'll understand. There is also a sizable lazarette on this boat, and check out the threshold and the bulkiness of that door. Obviously you've seen the other side of that door when we gained access to the boat via the passerelle that was on the port side. As you can see, the owner of this stunning boat is also clearly a scuba diving enthusiast. There is also a dryer that is conveniently stowed away in this space as well. But now let's spin around, head forward, and I'll show you around the impressive engine room aboard this capable vessel. Before we head in, it would be rude of me not to mention the Miele washer dryer that is located over here on the port side. As you can probably guess by now, Miele is the go-to manufacturer for appliances on boats. The boat is powered by twin MAN engines rated at 500 horsepower at 1800 RPM. They give the boat a top speed of 12.3 knots, which is slightly above average for a steel displacement boat of this size. At this speed, the range is just over 1,000 nautical miles, but drop the speed down to just over 9 knots, and you can expect a range of just over 3,100 nautical miles. The boat is fitted with a 35 kW and a 28 kW generator, and also has a bow and stern thruster, both of which are 45 horsepower. As you can see, there is plenty of space down here, and it is quite easy to get access to all of the essential components for your regular maintenance cycles. I know that for many of my subscribers, the engine room is often the favourite part of the tours that I publish on my YouTube channel. So I'm interested to know what you think of this engine room. Share your thoughts in the comments below. This boat has a beam of 6.3 meters. Her fuel tank has a capacity for 12,900 litres of fuel, and her water tank has a capacity for 2,700 litres of fresh water. And now that we've finished having a look around this impressive engine room, there's one place I still haven't shown you around, and that is of course the flybridge. So let's head up there now and take a look around. This area is so large that it doubles up as the sun deck and also has enough space for the vessel's tenders and water toys, which we'll have a look at in a minute. The helm position is located on the starboard side and has 2 seats, so a companion can get a captain's eye view of proceedings. Over on the port side we have lots of space for lounging in the sun, and you'll notice the skylight there that leads down into the galley. It's a great idea so that you can easily communicate your culinary requests with the chef. I like the fact that this boat has a huge hardtop, so if you, like me, prefer to avoid the midday sun, then there's plenty of space up here to enjoy the views while still being in the shade. Although if you live where I do, you'll be happy just to see the sun. Over on the port side is a large L-shaped seating area which is perfect for al fresco dining. The crane on this boat is located on the port side and allows the boat's tender as well as the water toys to be deployed and recovered in a matter of minutes. Obviously the current owner has a rib and a sailing boat stowed away up here, but if you wanted to, then you could probably fit a jet ski up here as well. I love the sleek and modern design of the radar mast, and check out that flare pod. What a great position to have it. Of course, safety aboard is of paramount importance, and it's good to know that a life raft is easily accessible and is on the outboard side on the starboard side of the vessel. There is also a second life raft located on the port side as well. Thanks for watching this yacht tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's end it by showing you the view that you get at the very front of this spacious sun deck. And wow, what a view. Thanks for watching. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Valk Shipyard for allowing me on this absolutely beautiful boat, and also to the owner as well, of course. If you've got access to a boat you'd like me to feature on my YouTube channel, then feel free to get in contact with me. I'll leave my contact details on the screen and also in the video description. Until next time, fair winds and following seas. A big shout out to my channel members for supporting my YouTube channel. If you'd like to join them in becoming a member, then click on the link that I'll leave in the video description. I've got some really exciting trips planned this year, and I can't wait to show you some of the vessels that I've got penciled in. So make sure you hit the notification bell if you subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, then now would be a great time to do it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.